So Source has got me up at all sorts of wonky hours right now. And if this is you, I actually want you to shift a little bit and play with the energy. So there are moments when I go through more insomnia than others, and I have to really examine my stress level, what I'm worried about, living too much into the future. And so this causes me to have a disruption in my sleep. And I've been on this mission to calm down my nervous system, heal my nervous system, and also to work in more of a flow. So there's this thing called optimal planning or optimal time planning. And I learned this from Josh Wakens in the book Tools of Titan with Tim Ferriss. And he schedules his clients according to their optimal. And so he does a scan of when they feel the best, maybe when they feel the most creative, when they wake up, how do they wake up? So this determines if you're a morning person or a night person. And then he has them scheduling according to their optimal energy, which makes a lot more sense than the traditional Gregorian calendar. Okay, so when you are up at weird, wonky hours in Chinese medicine, it has to do with certain elements. So from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock is when the wood element is most dominant. And so you either want to be sleeping at this time, or if you're awake, there are activities that you want to do. So wood elements are about doing. And at the nighttime hours, you actually want to sleep then, because then the wood element subconsciously on an energetic level will find a way to do things for you for the next day. Did you get that? It will find the solutions for you if you are sleeping. And so for me, I always try to sleep between the hours of 10 and 2. Now, if you're up around 2 to 6 o'clock, these are your metal hours. Metal hours. Metal is about the future, okay, and planning and purpose. This is when I normally get up. And also because in my Chinese elements, it's very dominant. And so I have to check in to see if I need to deplete it or nourish it. And in Kundalini, 4 o'clock to like 6 o'clock is actually optimal time for you to get up and do things before the world do things. And so if you're getting up from 2 to 6 o'clock, and this is not a normal thing, actually you should utilize it, okay? Because this is maybe when your creative genius is working. When your creative genius is working. And so I want you to get a third eye. No, I'm just kidding. I've been putting this on since I saw the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I just think it's kind of funny, and it kind of boosts my third eye. So during this time, and if it's just like a little wave and it doesn't bother you, utilize it, okay? Because maybe you're in your creative genius, you're being installed certain information, it's your witching hour, and so fill yourself up with good energy and do work then. Do work then, and then meditate and go to bed afterwards, or try to go to bed afterwards. Now, if you don't want to do that and you can try to go to bed and your body's still fighting it, you might as well get up and utilize that energy. And so I am doing that right now, and I create a space in which it makes me feel more lively, vibrant, and effective. And so I'm at my cottage, and I've been just on the floor, and so I have things scattered here, and then I flow with it. I've gotten my Namarsa Pro gun, in which then I massage myself in between, and after I do an activity, I reset myself by just laying down completely and closing my eyes for like 2 minutes, maybe listening to music or maybe being in silence completely. I pray that what I did was effective and that it's enough. And then I get up again and I go to the next task. When I go to the next task, I look to see what the intention is, and I also check in to see if I need to do A, B, or C work. A, B, or C work, because I can be very much of a perfectionist, go down a rabbit hole and whatnot, and not need to spend time on that. And so what is the order of importance? And then I'm like, okay, does this need A, B, or C work? Because not everything needs your whole attention and energy. Some of my social media posts, it just needs to be a C post, because people will forget and whatever it is. And so I just do a C post for it. The things I need to pay more attention to, like right now, my website, my blogs, longer videos on like my YouTube, instructional things, energy videos, it needs more of a B to A work, and I'll spend more time on that. But delegate your energy to your optimal time and to the priority of A, B, or C work. This way you don't burn out and you find joy in it. and then reset yourself after each activity by laying down completely and resting. You have to unplug and then just sending that energy out that everything you do is enough and that you're enough and that it will attract the right people to you, whatever it is. So may you be free, may you find peace, and may you have grace and courage